I just want to talk about the white girl. Fuck this podcast. Bro. I just want to talk about the white
What
girl.
the?
Yes, man.
What are you
The
talking
white
about?
girl that was fucking muttering lyrics or some shit and got canceled because of it.
Oh,
That's all I want to speak on.
We see the same type of shit of like, I can't believe people make that shit go viral. Like, just this super hyper white person starts rapping a verse.
Why were
and
they
it's like,
mad?
Oh, rapping the monster verse and everything like that. Why were they what?
Why were they mad at her? She was just fucking saying lyrics. What was mad about that?
I mean,
thing is, like,
for me,
black people got a hold of that shit and it went
about.
crazy.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, anybody can like rap and like bar for bar, word for word on the verse. Like, I don't know why her doing it was special.
We know why she's white, man. But why were niggas getting mad that she found her lane and then capitalized?
Fuck that lane.
What do you mean? So if you could easily get rich off just rapping lyrics, you wouldn't do it?
We can't though. We're black.
I'm saying if you could easily do it, would you? Look at you not answer. Yes, you would. Anybody on planet Earth would do it. So she saw that niggas were fucking with her singing "Da Baby" where the fuck she was, and then she capitalized, and the niggas canceled her instantaneously.
No, well,
I think they were going through her like social media and stuff, and I believe she like was using the N-word a lot, like on Twitter. That's the thing.
In 2015, I think that's
it wasn't like the thing. Look, bro. I don't count nothing past like 2019. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Y'all can take my black card. Because that was a whole different fucking time back then. Niggas were just saying whatever.
What, 7 years ago? I mean, that person fuck, but I just know how the internet is. If you say the N-word remotely at all, they just ban you. Because they posted a screen. They showed it was a side-by-side. It was a screenshot. It was like her doing the lyrics in the video. Then they showed the tweet, and they showed her canceling her Twitter or deleting her Twitter all in the same 24 hours. That's a Jesus Christ.
She finally got her fucking family out the mud, and then some dumbass nigga posted that tweet. I'd be mad too.
That shit is so insane to me how they took her down so fast. No way.
It's like imagine you start getting ample followers. It literally happened in 24-hour time span. Like, imagine you wake up at 8 a.m. You're like, oh shit, I just reached 500,000. We eating good for the rest of my life. And then by 8 p.m. that night, you're already canceled and I go back to living a regular life. I'd be mad as shit.
It's gotta be like a dream or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she really got her fucking 5 seconds of fame and that's it. That's literally all that shit was. I don't know. I don't count. Like, the thing is, look, the tweet said basically like, oh, I was driving and I hit that deer, that dumbass nigga, or some shit like that. Like, it wasn't even like in a racist context. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna let other black kings speak on it. Jez, do you care about that shit?
No, I don't give a singular fuck. I don't even be paying attention to what people are saying. The thing is, like, that was like almost a decade ago, and she obviously is like.
It was 4 years ago.
It was 2015.
It was 2018.
The one I saw was 2015.
What? Oh, maybe it was 2015 then. What the fuck? That's even longer away.
I swear it was 2015. Maybe if you're right, maybe
it was 2018.
Nah, but the thing is, the craziest part about all this shit is she can just say whatever the fuck she want to say, but these dumbass fresh and fit niggas can keep just saying whatever and not get canceled. They get a bigger fan base off of it.
I'll be the one out of the three of us to say, fuck Fresh and Fit forever. We've said this shit on multiple podcasts. I do not give a single flying rat's ass. Fuck Fresh and Fit.
Damn.
I'm about to drop some merch on that shit, low key. Fuck Fresh and Fit.
Fuck Fresh and Fit.
Forever.
Oh, these are the same people that said, if I'm in a relationship and my girl has Instagram, that's cheating. Suck a fucking, like, Frank, bro. Like, I honestly, at that point, we've already discussed this on the previous podcast, but if you're that insecure that you can't even let your partner have an Instagram profile, just have it. Not even like talk to people, but just having it. You are one of the most insecure, sad motherfuckers on this planet.
Y'all think they would date the lyric girl?
No. Their philosophy is on some other shit. Like, their most recent outing, this is probably the first time they've ever been like actually like looked down upon by like society ever. Yeah. So I don't know who podcast they were on. They were on some like white people podcast and with some old guy and some old woman. They look like Santa Claus low key. I ain't gonna hold you.
Santa doing pods?
Saint Nicholas.
Yeah, what the
Nicholas.
We're getting oh my. So they're on the podcast, and I don't even know what the context was, but I mean, there is no need for context. Basically, the Fresh and Fit dude was like, you know, if I'm dating a girl, like the girl only has to date me, but I can date whoever I want to be, and then the girl on the other podcast was like, so you're telling me that when a girl is dating you, she has to just put up with you just cheating and just going around and just hoeing yourself out, but she has to stay loyal to you? He was like, yeah. And he was being dead serious. They must be lying, bro. They must be just doing shit for clicks. There's no you really think like that's some crazy thought process. How do you justify that at any capacity?
I kind of agree. I ain't gonna.
You gotta also give like the benefit of the doubt, like on the
What'd you
side
say,
of
Paul? What'd you say? What'd you say?
That was Taco saying something.
Oh, absolutely. This nigga say whatever, bro.
So I kind of agree. I ain't gonna hold you. I love
When
Fresh and
you
Fit.
kind of agree.
I love Fresh and Fit. I'm tired of holding my silence on this shit. I love them, man. I agree with everything they have to say.
This is the Here Now podcast with Taco and
No
Jez. That's
way,
it. No
man.
following this shit. Fuck Fresh and Fit.
Bro. The thing is,
Well,
look,
the thing
let me go ahead and just
no.
become a mole and get on the podcast so I can speak my shit. If I
Nigga,
start saying I like them, they'll invite me on, and now I'm going there and go crazy.
Oh, you know,
saying,
you feel like you're gonna be in too deep and conform to whatever the fuck they're talking about, turn to become one
Or
of
they're gonna
them.
be like,
Hell no, it'll be like Black Klansman.
What the?
Yes, sir.
You haven't even watched that movie yet.
I know it's a black guy that was a KKK member, so I'm gonna be a normal guy inside some fucking alt-right member. I guess I don't know what the fuck they believe in.
So check it out, Paul. Check it out. So picture this: you get on the Fresh and Fit podcast and look. Hello, Paulo. Welcome to the Fresh and Fit podcast. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fucking amazing. So tell us your thoughts on the podcast. What made you want to come on?
This shit ass, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. This shit is
fucking
absolute
God.
fucking booty cheeks, bro. I don't agree with not a
It is
fucking word you dumbass
unsexy.
niggas gotta fucking say. You, hey yo.
Hey, yo.
Where you-
I
What's
said
that going, man?
I said you corny niggas, bro.
Now you better say the other word with the
I
double O.
was about to say corny, bro. Corny, yeah.
You better say the double O word. You better go for third.
See, bro, I got to, bro.
I respect this shit. I'm not
But okay, so if they ever invited one of us on there, y'all wouldn't go in there and like go crazy?
I mean, I'd go on there
mean,
and go crazy. I ain't gonna hold you.
I would, but the thing is, like, if we get invited there and we act like all like like fools and stuff, then it looks worse on us because their fan base is already watching them. Like the people who like hate them are not gonna watch that episode,
Yeah.
just to see us as the people going onto the podcast as being rowdy and disruptive, and them just like kicking us off or whatever. So I mean, it wouldn't be worth it. And the fact that we got to think about it, because the fact that Spotify are the ones who are promoting this specific podcast, who are promoting the Fresh and Fit and everything like that. And fuck, we're doing that shit right now, but fuck, we're just calling them out. The fact that Spotify is promoting them is fucking sick, bro. That's why Apple Music low-key better.
I just don't see how they can just keep getting away with shit over and over again. Like, how does somebody just scour through some random girl's Twitter and find some shit, but they can't find nothing on these niggas? Like, the streets low-key kind of, I don't know, but y'all kind of suck. Y'all don't never go after nobody you supposed to. Tekashi still standing up 2 feet, standing crazy. Fresh and Fit still just standing there, no reason. Like, bro, y'all don't go after nobody you're supposed to. Y'all.
That's why I hate cancel culture. That shit's so fucking cringe. Like they never do anything correctly. Like why the fuck? Cause there's people under that tweet of the Fresh and Fit niggas, and they were just like, yeah, I mean, like I agree. I'm like, what do you mean? You can't even get one. Like you can't even get bitches in the first place to even talk about getting multiple. Like y'all don't. What is the fan base? Like what do y'all believe in? Y'all just believe in this absolute stupidity. Just know you really believe I'm gonna get a girlfriend, right? And she's gonna be okay with me having ample other girlfriends. But she has to stay loyal to me. Like, this is not a fucking anime. Like, that shit doesn't even make sense. Like, what the fuck?
I think they're in a fucking harem or some shit, bro. It makes no fucking sense at all. Like, I just don't.
The thing is,
you know what?
I was just saying the thing is that we like say all this stuff, but there's definitely 100% people who genuinely like subscribe to that type of mindset who are like that, who practice those teachings, everything on a day-to-day basis. And I mean, it's at the end of the day, that shit is just sad. Like, there's nothing else you could say, in my opinion, aside from calling that shit sad, because you can't. I don't think you're gonna be able to convince someone that that the way that the shit they're saying is wrong, or this is not like a quality podcast. All they're doing is being misogynistic and everything like that. But there's people who will subscribe to that. There's people who will follow that mindset, and there's honestly no hope for anybody like that who's amply misogynist and amply just does not give a fuck about anything.
Okay, so okay. Let's just put the shoe on a different foot, right? They can get a drastically. I guess some people respect the fact that they're chasing their bag or whatever. So I'm just like proposing this question for those niggas. They can get a crazy fan base, basically going crazy, being amples, misogynistic, sexist against like black women and stuff like that, right? So if this girl were to capitalize on this tweet or whatever, just make a podcast being crazy racist, would people still agree with her? Like, yeah, get your bag.
Crazy racist. I mean, but the thing is, like, who's gonna condone that though? Spotify,
other racist people. If Spotify basically is like the Wild West at this point. You can talk about whatever the fuck you want to. Like, if somebody can allow a mad misogynistic podcast, then if she were to make a racist one, you think people would still be fucking with her?
Well, the racist people, yeah. Like the people, like the black people and stuff like that, probably not. But like you said, the racist people, yeah. Because there's that one dude. I think his name is like Alex something. He just like his whole thing. He just going to just saying the most outlandish, craziest things.
Alex
talking
Jones?
About like freaking. Who?
Alex Jones?
Yeah, him.
Man, it's not racist.
Not that, but I mean, he's like the most outlandish shit. Like, I saw one thing he was talking about, like how like that one school shooting with the kids. I think the very first one he was talking about how like that's not even real, and they
Sandy
fake it. Yeah, so I would like he's like so if people like him can get stuff, yeah, she could definitely succeed. I just like her fan base would be like the most racist ass fan base ever. But I mean, she probably still prosper and get ample bags easily.
I wish whenever people start getting canceled, they just fucking just delve into it at that point. I mean, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain at that point. Like, if niggas want to call you racist, you be like, all right, but I'm racist then. They just go crazy with it.
Damn.
I'm just saying, bro. I mean, like, they've already canceled you one time, and there's a fan base for literally anything. So, like, if somebody gets canceled for, like, being racist or some shit, she just be like, hey, bro, fuck it. I'm racist then. No, fuck this shit.
I mean, I just haven't seen a racist podcast, though, 'cause I think that's just too controversial. Because, like, that really splits the listeners. Like, at least with the misogynist one for Fresh and Fit, they can get any type of guy. They can get, like, any type of race of guy, I mean. But, and, like religion, ethnicity, etc. But, like, for a racist podcast, only one group of people are listening to you. So, it's like, it's going to be kind of hard to pull in all these listeners.
And only one or two people will listen to a racist podcast. You know how many racists there are? You'd have the entirety of Cops, the entirety of like fucking North Dakota and Alabama. She'd have a huge fan base.
Yeah, I mean, I think she has to be like actually entertaining as well. She can't just be going on and just saying ample slurs. She has to like actually be somewhat entertaining. What's she going to go on there and start rapping lyrics and be like, I fucking hate their music?
So I don't know, crazy. Bro, I mean, she was able to entertain us by not even saying nothing. I ain't gonna hold you.
I was not entertained by that shit.
The niggas, the 500,000 niggas that followed her after that shit.
That shit is so sad.
It don't matter. It don't matter if us three didn't fuck with it. She still got a huge bag off that shit. She was able to entertain them without even saying a damn word.
The fact that like really like the black community, that's what the black community needs to like low-key just pull it. Like, we need to stand the fuck up. This shit is fucking crazy to me. Stop inviting people to the fucking cookout. That shit doesn't even exist.
What do you mean?
I love the cookout so fucking much, bro. Like, if a black person gets on right now, starts singing some like Metallica, some country ass song, we're not getting invited to a picnic. They don't give a fuck about us. So why is it vice versa? Like, we're just looking for like white people at validation. This shit is so cringe and weird.
Wait, so you think the whole like inviting somebody to the cookout thing is validation?
Yeah, because it's like why do you see a white person is like lip syncing or just rapping the lyrics of some random black song? Like would it be like whatever, like Little Baby or Kendrick or whoever the fuck it be, and then you're just oh yeah, you're invited to the cookout. Or like maybe it's a white person like dancing and stuff, like doing like one of like the the trendy dance, and they actually have rhythm for once, and that's like, oh yeah, invite them to the cookout too. Like, what cookout? Like, what are you inviting these people for? It's the same white person that will come out and be like, yeah, they just happen to be racist. Then what? Now that they're at the cookout calling people slurs. Like, what the fuck? That makes no sense.
Yeah, I never really understood that whole thing. I mean, the thing is, like, we get so mad at, like, people saying we do stereotypical stuff like dance and rap and stuff like that, but then whenever a white person dances or raps, they automatically have our approval to come to the cookout. Like, isn't that what we're mad at them for saying that we do, and then we're just agreeing with it?
It's so fucking stupid. The only time I'll ever remotely even kind of agree with it is when it be like a video of like a white person, and like they're like, I guess like trying to like, they're like talking like either like maybe arguing back against like a racist white person, or like just saying something to like kind of like stick up for black people and like Black Lives Matter and things like that. But even then, it's like they could be doing that shit to pander. They could be doing that shit just because like
that's low-key like the bare minimum, honestly.
Yeah,
that's another thing. Well, yeah, it's like you being, because it's like that's what it is. Like you being not racist is like some like, oh yeah, like oh my god, like bro, being not racist or being not misogynist or being not homophobic is the bare minimum. That's human decency at the.
Shouldn't be a reward. That should be human nature. That should be normal.
The thing is, it's never those videos that are doing that stuff. Like, it's never the white guy that's like standing up for somebody. It's always like some tall ass Bob Saget nigga just like rapping or some shit, and all of a sudden he's invited to the hell no, fuck that nigga. So,
what the fuck?
He got canceled.
Who?
Bob Saget.
Canceled, bro. He's dead. How could he get more canceled than that? Anyways,
they took the money out of his family.
Why do people want people to die to start saying shit like he died, and like the same day people are like, oh, did you know he used to do this like back in the 70s? Like, bro, where were y'all at? The man passed away. Now it don't matter.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, they wait till somebody's too far going to start fucking taking up for them. That shit kind of pissed me off earlier because I was looking at my second channel vid and I was talking about EDP on like one of my recent videos, and some nigga in the comment section was like, "You mean, come on, guys, he's really only doing this shit for clout." I was like, bro, I've never talked about this nigga in my life. Like, how am I chasing an EDP bag for clout? And he started like kind of vouching and taking up for EDP low key. He's like, look, the more we talk about him, the more he's gonna keep doing stuff. So let's just stop. I mean, I understand that point, absolutely.
Comments.
But they
people
be
in the TikTok
crazy.
comments be like, "Oh, he just made a mistake," or we have to understand that it was like a one-time thing, bro. You don't wake up one day and decide like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna try to meet fucking child." Bro was a grown ass man, almost 40 years old or something like that. You don't that's not a normal thing to do. You don't wake up and be like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna do this today," and go out and walk and actually make the effort and have online communication with someone like that, like in a obviously like sexual manner or whatever like that. That's not a joke. That's not a one-time thing. People are fucking idiots, man.
That's what I'm
and the
saying.
fact that people protect these type of like social media, like I guess social media predators, but also social media like assholes as well. The fact that there's so many people and like not to relate it, well, kind of to relate to things like stan culture and everything like that, but you have like a very big, like I guess, cult fan base for people like that guy, or people like I don't know, some other big YouTuber who might have said like racial slurs, or who might have like done similar shit as that like that as well, and obviously you can definitely attribute that to us saying, oh, it's mainly like teenagers who are saying that stuff because people who don't understand and everything like that. But bro, when I was like 15 and 16, I knew what that shit was. I knew that like grown ass people should not be talking to like fucking minors and children and everything like that.
Absolutely.
So it's just I don't know. It's just it's so like, what more can you say about that other than these people are fucking disgusting and they should not have any type of platform? But yeah, here this dude goes. He be posting random ass clips, making ample alternative accounts, and posting a bunch of videos, taking pictures of people with people at Walmart and stuff like that. And I mean, it's ridiculous how that dude is still walking out free.
And the thing
There's some
is,
people who just gotta be put under the jail, like the baby,
The thing is, speaking of the baby, bro, we'll get on that in a second. But the whole thing with like people are still to this day talking about like how much Chris Brown, like, oh yeah, we should never listen to him because, you know, he did what he did to Rihanna. Like, they're still bringing up that fact, like, what, like, maybe, is it 20 years later at this point? That shit had to happen, like, maybe early 2000s or something, maybe 2010s. Like, they still, every chance they get, bring that nigga up. But then now all of a sudden, whenever somebody speaks about EDP, it's like, all right, guys, let's all just stop talking about it. Like, what? Why is it when y'all cancel anybody else that you don't like, you get every chance to bring it up as much as you want, but then whenever somebody's canceled that you do like, it's let's all be hush about it. Like, nigga, no. Yeah. That nigga is weird, bro, and we need to speak up on the fact that that nigga doing weird shit still to this day. I'm not gonna be quiet about that bullshit because you think I'm clout chasing off the nigga's name. I only made one video off of him.
We're just hypocrites. I don't understand, like, why. Like, that's so. There's like whole other YouTube accounts where like all they do is post about EDP, and they just make ample like documentaries and like this random. Even to this day, like people are posting stuff like weeks ago, months ago, recent. He hasn't even done anything. Like there was like during the peak of it, I think we did a stream on it or whatever, and there was ample people like following this man around and like vlogging and stuff. But you probably see no one under their videos like, oh man, you're doing too much. But the one person like maybe posts a video like once about him, just give like slight commentary for like 5 minutes. Oh, you're trying to get clout. Like, man, fuck you. Suck a dick.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like it was literally one fucking video. Like I would see like if it was those channels that post that nigga every single day, like, oh guys, EDP just got spot taking a shit, bro. I don't know what y'all gonna do with this information, but go catch it or some shit. And they always like do some weird shit, just following this nigga around and shit like that. But I make one video, I'm a clout chaser, but then niggas can talk about Chris Brown still to this day, but they're not chasing clout. It just be some backwards standards.
And his best friend did that shit too, because he had a best friend like named like Felipe or something, and like his best friend was like his only videos was getting caught off of EDP. But when he went back to like his regular show, just him just doing regular vlogs, he got no views. And he go right back to EDP. Oh, my best friend is in jail. My best friend's doing this, or at least his ex best friend or whatever the title was. Like, bro, go to his channel. You're corny. Like, you were best friends with this nigga before you did all this crazy shit. Like, you would be in his videos. Now all of a sudden, now he's your ex best friend, and you cut off all contact. And you trying to get all that cut off his name. That's just so ultimate cringe.
Yeah, he's for sure I think I got him maybe top 4 corny Hall of Fame now. EDP's best friend.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah,
I can have that spot. It was gonna be a phenomenal pod. I can't wait.
Yeah, the baby's still number 1 for me.
That nigga, the baby.
He moved up.
I don't really even how to even talk to this nigga anymore. This nigga just it's like he hears us talking about him, like us, like the society. All should be like, oh, so y'all mad at me for keeping knocking niggas out? Let me go knock out one more. Like, nigga, stop. It gets worse and worse. Like now he just got sued for like battery or whatever, like assault. It's getting worse and worse.
Yeah, so do y'all know the full story on that? I think somebody like came onto his lawn and then he knocked him out again.
No,
Jesus Christ.
Yes, bro. Like, what is like? Look, I said 2 weeks ago. I think it was like even 3 weeks ago, right? I was like, the baby cannot stop being out of the news. This nigga's been in the news every week since then. He won't stop, bro.
Starting to feel like the first few episodes of Here and Now, where like the whole Donda stuff was happening, like the whole rollout, and we kept talking about Kanye every episode because there's a bunch of shit happening with Kanye now. It seems like the baby has replaced Kanye in that aspect, bro. We talked about the baby like the past 3-4 episodes.
The baby is the new Kanye now. This shit is absolutely crazy.
Absolutely not.
He is, bro. In terms of fucking his name being in the fucking news every day, this shit's crazy. And it's always some different shit. I understand if it was like a ongoing story like the Meg and Tory shit. That's the only time they trend now is whenever there's stories being told or whatever, like some new information about that. But he has a news story of knocking somebody out every week.
So, oh my god, I don't. It's like, bro, his lawyers, his like he must low key. They might be like just quitting at this point. I don't know how they. I mean, they must be getting a bag.
No, they get paid.
I mean, he making ample money. I'm not gonna lie. He probably is able to, be able to afford all this shit. But you got okay. So let me ask you this real quick. You versus the baby. Who is winning? Jez, you will first.
What?
Who?
He said you versus the baby in a fight. Who's winning?
I'm getting my ass kicked. That nigga, no, he did not play. He neutralizes niggas. Like how do you even say that word?
That's what I'm saying. I am not getting neutralized. I'm losing for sure. Hell no. The thing is, like, he was like, whenever he was fighting the wisdom dude or whatever the fuck his name is, he like did a spin kick and then punched that nigga. He was doing some different fucking Tekken King of Fighters type shit. I don't know what the fuck that nigga was doing. I am not fighting him.
Wait, so you said this last one was someone went on top of his lawn and he was like, nah, I gotta end this nigga.
Yeah, I just saw some white dude like walking on his lawn and then the baby like knocked him out or some shit.
Oh my god. He neutralized the target. No fucking way, man. Yeah. Does he not have like bodyguards? Like does he like what the is he like he's like, nah, I gotta handle it myself.
He is the bodyguard, man.
Exactly. I don't think he cares enough to have bodyguards. He definitely has the money to, obviously dealing with all these legal issues and everything like that. There's just certain people out there. I guess you'll come to realize if you haven't at this point, but like I've definitely seen, like in school, for example, like in middle school, high school, there's definitely like always a type of person who, just wakes up and loves fucking violence, bro. Like not like maybe not specifically to the T, but like always likes negativity and violence and everything. Because there would be people in my middle school who every single day there would be a fight in my middle school gym. In the morning, we would go to the gym, after getting off the buses and everything like that, we'd head to the gym, inside, be in our little like social circles until like 7:45 or whatever. But bro, these people would out of nowhere, like 30 seconds before the bell rings, so we could leave to our classes, always get in some fucking fights. And there's always gonna be people like that. And I guess now the babies is that type of person personified, and obviously he's just in the spotlight, so he just does not give a fucking. Bro must have an amazing lawyer, because if it was anybody else, their ass would be locked up by now.
No, that nigga for sure got Johnny Cochran, Kim K's dad. Like, he has the whole fucking OJ team at this point, bro. And they're getting that nigga out of everything. Like, that nigga hasn't gotten in trouble for one single thing. I thought it was kind of corny that Rolling Loud did release that whole fucking Walmart scene, because like cops already had that shit. Like, that wasn't like some new information that Rolling Loud was able to dig up that cops couldn't get. Like, they just did that shit to be corny. Yeah, they posted it.
The video, right? With the
the video of him inside Walmart. It was them. They did it first.
That people were just so, they're like, oh my god, put him in jail, like, bro, like they already put this man through the court system, and they already know what happened.
Y'all thought cops didn't see that yet? Like, it's Walmart, bro. It's the most public of fucking public places. Y'all thought cops hadn't already gotten that bit of information yet?
Exactly. Like now it's not. It went from, oh man, like he's just a fighter. Not to call him a thug. He's a criminal. He needs to go to jail. Like, bro, it's been like years since that happened. Y'all said y'all were kind of making like y'all kind of like that low key. Y'all like, oh, he can protect himself. He get that strap on him. He get that pole on him. Now it's he's a thug. Man. Put him in jail.
Hey, pause, yo, what?
Pause. Wait, what happened?
Bro, don't act like you didn't just say that shit, bro. Just continue on, bro.
I said pause. I mean, yeah, but
play, man, play.
But the baby is like, if you're gonna cancel someone, like y'all just don't know how to cancel people correctly. Like, don't bring shit that doesn't make any sense. That thing has been in the past. Focus on what he's doing now. Like, right now, what he's doing is crazy. But don't bring up that whole thing he did with the other guy. Rest in peace to that guy and stuff like that. I understand that he was really young and things like that. But y'all, like, bro, the cops already went over this. Like, we don't, like, come on now. Come on now.
Yeah, they're gonna continue doing fuck shit. I mean, the craziest part about all this is, like, the baby, he has to be up good in some way, shape, or form, because he has catching all these fucking cases and can still pay them off somehow. Lil Baby's still up good. But the most richest baby of them all, I ain't gonna hold you, might be Bad Baby. I don't know how the fuck this happened, but apparently y'all hear about she got like $512 million off OnlyFans.
500 mil?
Yeah. It was 52. It was either 50 million or 500 million. It was some crazy shit.
I think it was like 52 mil in a year. Oh my god, that's such a crazy amount.
You gotta talk about that. Like, how that's fucking disgusting, bro. And she just turned 18 as well. Like, as soon as I know we talked about it, but as soon as she turned 18, bro, she got that OF. every thirsty, nasty ass highlighter motherfucker went ahead and got the subscription for that, and now we see there's $52 million worth of highlighter motherfuckers out there. At least from what we know, just regarding the Bad Baby situation.
How did she get $52 million off that shit? That's crazy. Ain't no fucking way, bro. That's absolutely wild money.
Ample subscriptions, like individual subscriptions as well, because I don't think. I mean, I don't know how much like she like would charge. Like, I assume it's anywhere from around like, I don't know, fucking $15 to $20. Because I would say that's
more than that, bro. It's more. I'm telling you, like,
yeah, gotta be like 25 a month.
People be going to like 100, like 50, 200, maybe up damn near to 500 a month during the OnlyFans for some of these people, depending how big they are. Like, they're getting a bag off that shit. It's not no 10 to 15. It's like 100, 200 a month.
So she got, off of just subscriptions alone, she got $1 million, $600,000. Off of tips, she got $161,000. And off of messages, like, I guess whenever she like sends nudes through messages or whatever, and then people buy that shit, she got $2 million. So then all that ended up like over the next, I guess she was making that shit a month, and then she got 52 over the last year.
I'm looking at this shit right now, and it says that she
it's 25.
This is $23.99 a month.
Oh shit!
So you gotta think about that shit, man.
25. I'm surprised it's not more. Only 25. So that means niggas were. Oh, so you said the tips and stuff. True. Okay.
Yeah. And they were just like giving money to her whenever they wanted to, basically.
Oh my god, bro!
And then there's ample people in the comments saying, posting their OnlyFans link saying, "Can I get 52 million too?" Nigga, no.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Because she has a free one too, so she probably does what those other people they have a free one to like, you know, like, oh, you want more, you click on the real one. Yeah, she was getting an ample bag off rip. That's so nasty, bro. Like, so a year from her birthday, she got 52 mil.
Yes, bro. Like, she became a multi-millionaire before she turned 20. She's like, I think she's 19 now.
The fact that this all started from like Dr. Phil, and she started making music, but she made a song like Lil Yachty in them, and then like I think she started doing YouTube and shit. Now she here, like, bro, that trajectory is insane. Like, she started from what she was probably like 16. Now she's a multimillionaire at what, 19? Oh my god, bro.
Ain't not one single person hating on that bag though. And I guarantee you she was saying the N-word. I promise you she was saying the N-word in the past. Ain't no fucking way she wasn't.
Absolutely. Probably during the rapping phase and stuff, but people were probably just turning a blind eye. Didn't give a singular fuck.
I mean, you could just hear her accent when she was on Dr. Phil and everything. Like, you can. I think it's safe to assume that she was definitely saying some shit.
I don't know, but the thing is, like, they don't dig up nothing on her because it's quote unquote like beneficial to them. Like, they can fucking get their nuts off and get their rocks off, whatever, looking at her and shit. Like, if look, if the girl that was doing the lyrics made an OnlyFans right now, she'd be just as rich as Bad Baby, 1000%.
I don't think she'd be as rich, but she'd probably get a bag off that bitch.
She'd be above. She would be upward of $1 million easily.
Was she that popping though?
Yeah, she was trending on everything. I mean, she blew up off TikTok, and then like multiple videos on Twitter also blew up. People reposting it.
You just can't have Twitter, because Twitter gets a hold of you. Like, they just prey on your downfall immediately. They don't give a damn. People on TikTok, oh yeah, she's cute, whatever. You got to Twitter. I saw people like, oh, we gotta find some way to take her down, and they found a way. Like, no way, bro. That's crazy to me.
What do you mean find a way to take her down? What does that mean?
Like, so before those videos came, not a bit, but so before that picture came out of her saying the N-word in that tweet, they were like, we can't let this happen. Like we can't let another white woman get famous off of doing something so mediocre. And like, we're gonna find a way to take her down. It was all those big known Twitter people too, like all the meme accounts, like Cryptic and Kira and all them, like all them niggas, like all them, they were posting that shit, and people like were replying and retweeting and shit. And like a couple hours later, I got on at nighttime, and yeah, that's something like that. We finally found it. Like, what the fuck? What were y'all doing? Oh my god, bro! And it's not just her too; it's anyone. I saw them trying to do it to someone else too. bro, who was it though? Fuck. But they were like, yeah, we can't let this person be famous either. Like they just whole Loki this whole week. They've been like they just been fiending just like cancel people. I don't know. Like, it's fucking disgusting. I ain't gonna hold you.
Why they be fiending after that shit though? Like why? Who is the person that was like scouring through Twitter? Because like it wasn't. I don't even think it was on her like account that she has now. It was like on some side account because they had to like reference one of the pictures that she changed as a profile picture. It was like, yeah, this is definitely her at one point. Like, how did you find that?
It was one of the meme accounts because I think his like profile picture is like a black Knuckles or something, and he was in the comments of the original tweet. He was like, "If y'all don't believe me, that's fine, but I got all." And he started like info like just evidence after evidence after evidence.
Oh my god! Like, why is it that serious, man?
He was like, "This picture right here is just like this picture," and then if you see right here, she changed her username by a letter. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on, man? No way,
bro. Why do niggas be so mad that they're broke?
Oh, it's in the Twitter chat. This nigga name is, let me not even say his fucking Twitter username, but yeah, his thing says I knew it, and then it has to tweet, and then it has, oh my god, this is so, bro.
So they're mad that they're broke, right? Like that's all it has to be at this point.
Like Kyrie, like they're the more pop people on Twitter. Like, people know who these niggas are on Twitter. Like you're getting a bag yourself. Like why are you mad at other people for getting a bag? I don't get it.
Twitter's giving people a bag. How big is the bag?
I mean, because they added that super tweet shit too. So if you put super tweets on, people can get that. They get ample sponsors, not sponsors, but I think like ads or whatever. They'll pay you like to post their shit for them. You know, you have a bigger outreach and stuff, so you get paid for that too as well.
I pay for Twitter, bro. Strike me down. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, Twitter. I think they were just trying to do that to combat OnlyFans, but yeah, OnlyFans is not ever going away ever.
With the super tweet thing.
Yeah, it was like a basically, if you want to see my nudes, buy my super tweets, and you can join my private. You can join my private tweets, basically. You can post private tweets through super tweets. It's like membership.
Okay.
I think like $1.99.
I mean,
it ranges.
Anyways,
for me, probably $2.99.
I got you at the pod. Speaking of preying on downfalls, bro. New Future album dropped called
What the fuck?
Where was the downfall at?
I gotta say, bro, I never liked you. I never liked this fucking album. This shit is so bad.
You can't stand music. I ain't gonna hold you.
Thank you.
This shit is ass. How could you do?
How? Why was it ass? What are you talking about?
Every single track on this shit. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I listen to every single thing.
You can't speak on that thing,
bro. Do you listen to every song with the same ears?
Yes, I listen to 90 seconds, about 90 seconds of each song, which is more than enough for me because a lot of these songs are like.
So do you go into a Future album expecting him to be rapping like Kendrick?
Hell no, bro. This is Future. I'd never be doing that unless it's like someone on the same par like J. Cole or like one of them dudes, like it's a Kendrick, it's a Cole, it's like a
But
Joe
this is the best this is the best genre of this music that we've gotten in a while. Like Future, this Future has his own genre. Like this is the best album of Future's genre that we've had probably since Future's last album.
Which was
man. The thing is with Future, like I said, I listen to every single song, at least 90 seconds of it. Some a little bit more, some minimum 90 seconds. I gotta say, man, and I said this as well in the Discord, and I said this on the stream as well. About 80% of the whole album is about Future's verses are phone the fuck in. Like, bro does not care enough to put in the effort. Bro does not care enough to, think about. I mean, they have some clever bars in there and everything, but it's just so. I mean, to me at least, it's just so. It's lazy. It's just at this point, and
that's what the genre is.
No, it's not. No, bro, it's not supposed to be like that, though. Listen, it's. I understand that's more or less what the genre is and everything like that, but the thing is, you can. Be okay with. I feel like a lot of fans of specifically maybe Future or this sound are okay with mediocrity, and people like you have to expect more from these artists. Just because Future drops something that's like good for Future, for example, like that doesn't mean that's like you should be okay with it. Like bro should be exceeding expectations each time, or at least trying to. Bro should be trying different sounds and everything like that. This is just such a dry album, and at least to me, I'm never gonna listen to this shit again. It was just bad. we got to get back to the Future. See, look, Future was doing this shit when, like, trying different sounds and everything. When he dropped like Hendrix, when he dropped like the self-titled Future album, that specific era, like DS2, Evil, Future, Hendrix,
That man
2015 to
still sounds the
2017.
same. Like you can't. The thing
No,
is, like
bro.
people can't hate on this album and then go champion the fucking. Oh, you can't be great. You got to be great. My girl is a baddie. Like that's this song is way better like than most of the genre that's coming out right now. The thing is like Future. This last album, I think I'm gonna give it a strong 8 out of 10 at least. I mean, the point of this entire album is to get you hyped in some way. It's basically just gym music, right? Like it's not for you to basically like try to dissect the music. It's supposed to be like just it's vibe music basically. I
Well,
think
yeah,
Jez
I
watched
get that.
the
Yeah.
new what's guy's name, the Z dude Jez.
Nathan said,
Nathan Zed, yeah. His new video is talking about how movies have gone to the point where you're supposed to just watch them to vibe to them, not even like basically dissect it or anything. And that's what music is now. Like it's just a vibe basically. It don't have to be amazing. It's just a vibe.
That's the thing. Like why are we okay with that as like a as a fan base of music? Why are we okay with obviously being able to have a vibe and being able to chill to like a specific song is cool, but I feel like especially for artists like Future who have been in the game for almost 2 decades now, I guess I would say. Um, I'm not sure when the first like his first mixtape was, but basically he's been in this shit at least a decade with his first studio album in 2012. Um, we have to just expect more from artists who at this stature and at this level of future, to this day, because obviously, he's dropped, I guess I would say, some classic albums. He's been on, project with Drake. He's been on, stuff with Thug. He's been, he did like a collab with Uzi, Juice World, Zaytoven with Beast Mode project. Like, we like I said, we really have to just try to expect more from these people. Obviously, it's a vibe. It's cool if it's a vibe and everything like that. If that's your thing, that's cool. I just really think that we shouldn't settle for mediocrity, or we shouldn't settle for just it being a vibe, and it doesn't have to be great because it's a vibe. I just feel like for me, I guess as like a person who consumes music, I expect more from people like Future, especially in this case since it's been around so long. He's made good music before. He's been very experimental previously. Not to say he has to be like that every time, but something new. And I feel like he falls into the same problem as Drake does when it comes to being comfortable in his lane, just doing whatever because people are gonna buy into it, and that we saw that with this album. We saw this album did how many 300,000, four
It
hundred
did
thousand first week.
200,000 first week, but like you can't
Yeah.
expect growth from Future when you champion Pusha T a 9 out of 10 album and he's still rapping about crack the past 25 years. I guess this Pusha T dropped the same album he's dropped the past 3 albums. Like this is just Daytona 2.0. He's still rapping about
I
the exact same things that he's always rapped about. He hasn't had any growth. Where's Push's growth at?
It's more no, it's more musically. Obviously, people like Future and like this type of music. They're gonna talk about this, and that's kind of a given. Obviously, it's not something that. Oh, my fault. I was just saying that in in their type of realms, obviously you're gonna have like Push, rapping about coke and dealing and everything like that. You're gonna have Future rapping about the same type of deal. That's kind of a given. It's not something we could really like change for them as an artist because they've established themselves as this type of artist and this type of themes and everything like that. But that being said, like I guess it comes more like the argument in this case would be more like sonically different. So
He has
the Push
Kanye in his
album.
corner.
Oh yeah, the Push album was have Kanye beats, have Pharrell beats. The thing
That's
is,
a cheat
they,
code.
exactly. So that just because it's the cheat code doesn't mean it's bad for him to use that to utilize that, bro. Like it's very hard to describe because this album sounds Pusha T's album sounds nothing like Daytona in my opinion. When it comes to like beat selection, when it comes to like how he flows with the bars. Obviously, there's some tracks on the Pusha album which are not that great. I don't really like them as often. I would still rate the album an 8 out of 10 like you do for Future's album, an 8 out of 10. This Future album, honestly, if you ask me, it's a 3 out of 10, and I'm only
Ain't
giving that
no
just because
way it's that low. Because it
their
wasn't as
worst.
sonically produced as a Pharrell and Kanye album.
No, 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 no. I just use that as like an example, as like when it comes to growth musically, because they do rap about the similar stuff every time. Um, it's like his sound is sonically different each time, and for Future, um, Yeah, hold on. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. But it's just I expect more. I always expect more. He is a good artist, I guess I would say, because he drops. He's proven it. That he's a good artist. He's dropping a bunch of shit in the past, which I fuck with. I really fuck with DS2. DS2 was a great album. Other things like Evil, like some of the tracks on there, like the one with the track with the week on Evil was great. Even some songs in Hendrix, are musically good. On this album, what I was trying to say is there is about like a track or two, which is I forget the names of them, but they're more or less in the middle of the album. They're kind of like more melodic and more like kind of like him like trying to sing a little bit. Those types of things, him being experimental or like playing with melodies and stuff like that. That's the stuff I like. That's why I give this shit a 3 out of 10 and not a 0 out of 10, because those things, him making an effort to kind of like even though it might not sound like great to like the standard ear or whatever, like him trying to sing and everything like that, it's good. It's different. It's melodic. It's stuff that I like, and that'd be my reason why I give this a 3 out of 10. And I know, Apollo, you, like I said, you gave this an 8 out of 10. Des, I want to know your insight on it. I know that you said you liked it, but what is your takeaway from the album?
I mean, for both, I don't really like Pusha or Future just as artists to begin with. So when I'm going to their albums, I'm not really expecting much. So I think I'm different from both of y'all. I think another thing as well is when Apollo asked Taco, like, do you listen to music with the same ears? Like that, I feel like that is probably a key factor, is because people come to certain artists for different things. Like I'm not coming to Future to hear some lyrical, spiritual, phenomenal production ass music. I don't expect that from him. What I expect is toxic ass bars, him, kind of flowing, and like I think it's low key. It's just like the lifestyle and the atmosphere he creates. Like the whole album is very very nocturnal. It's nothing I don't expect from Future, which is true. Like in terms of like growth and progress, I got what I expected. I could say the same thing for Pusha. I got what I expected, and I didn't like it for both of them. I did like Future's album a little bit more. Like I probably give Future a 6.5, a 7. And not to say it's bad. Even for Pusha, I give Pusha a 6, but not to say that it's bad. It's just for me personally, I just didn't click with it because I already know what I'm getting myself when I listen to the album in the first place. I already don't like their music to begin with, because Pusha, to me, kind of like what Apollo says, raps about the same thing. Phenomenal rapper, but I don't get no diversity from the man. At least with Future, he kind of like you said, like Taco said, he's singing on some, he's being more melodic on some. Some of them he's rapping hard. He had the track with Drake and Thames, slowed it down a little bit. I like that. But Pusha is just like, I go in there, he's gonna just rap about coke and dealing drugs and whatever the fuck over or whatever beat. The beat doesn't even matter. He's gonna wrap up with the same thing. And I will say about the Kanye and the Pharrell production, like I said, I just said this last podcast, I really didn't care for the production either. I feel like some beats were really good, like the one he did with Kanye. I forget what the song is, but that beat was really really good with the sample and stuff with the loop. That shit was fire. But some of that I was like, nah, bro. I think one of the Pharrell beats, I was not fucking with it. To me, most of the songs are very very forgettable. Like I would not come back to the album for a single song. At least off the Future song, I'll be able to take off the Drake and Tim song. Even the second Drake song, like I think second to last, that song and Drake was pretty decent. Drake kind of started kind of slow with that feature, but like his second half of feature was pretty decent. But like, I mean, for me personally, I don't really fuck with both of them. I haven't really been fucking with both of them since. So I mean, I don't really have any strong feelings to either artist. But I will say that Future had, I wouldn't say the better album, but like the more enjoyable album, at least to me. But I mean, like I said, I think this is how you like listen to music. Because to me, I'm going there like expecting like what they can provide. Like I'm not going to Drake to hear, at least not now. I'm not going to Drake to hear lyrical, spiritual. But like someone like Kendrick, someone like J. Cole, I expect that out of them. But like Drake or Future or people who just make good music, like Childish Gambino, Tyler the Creator. Not to say like Drake and them don't not Drake if you don't make good music, but I'm like it's just different types of good music. I think that's what it is. Like Future, I got what I expected. Pusha, I got what I expected. I mean, yeah, though I will say if Future did more like melodic shit, I guess. Like I think he had like maybe 2 songs he was being more melodic. Maybe if he did that more, it'd be more interesting. And for Pusha, I just need Pusha to just rap about something else. like rapping about like I don't know, like heartbreak or I don't know.
He has kids. That's this thing, bro. We just want these like at least to mature a little bit. But the thing is like, with the whole like aging with your music or basically growing and maturing more on the beat. The thing is like, say in 2 weeks from now, right? Kendrick drops his album and he's still rapping about a black struggle. He's still doing it over trumpets and violins and stuff. Niggas gonna call it a 10 out of 10 album. Even though he's rapping about the exact same stuff he was rapping about on T-Pab. Like, he didn't grow either. So what's the difference between him not growing and dropping the same thing and Future not growing? It's the same thing.
Tell me, Kendrick not growing, bro? You didn't think Damn was...
I said if he goes on this new album and then raps about the same black struggle as he was on T-Pab. But it's still okay, so think of it like this, right? Say it's still an amazing album, but he's still rapping about the exact same stuff he was on T-Pab. Is it still a 10 out of 10?
Could be.
No way.
No, I wouldn't give that to him because that's why Damn was a good album coming from To Pimp a Butterfly, because yes, he was still rapping and doing his shit, but like he was rapping about something different. He was rapping about like what it means to be a human, like emotions and things like that, and had like a whole story and things like that. It was unique. It was different. Even with J. Cole, like what's it called? What the cover? Yeah, KOD. He's rapping about like what's going on with America and like the money struggles and things like that with drugs in the system. And then you can look at like For Your Eyes Only, where he's rapping about him being a parent and him settling down. There's differences with someone like Pusha and Future. Like Future's rapping about being toxic, having multiple baby mamas and fucking bitches. Pusha is rapping about coke. Like, I don't want that shit. If Kendrick come out and talking about the same black struggles he was talking about in 26 or whatever, like I don't want that shit. It could be phenomenal. Congratulations, but I don't want. And people say that. I've seen that ample on Twitter too. They're like, bro, we love Kendrick, but we do not want this man to come out here and talk about some you're black and I'm black, and no, we don't want to hear that shit.
We're in a different age now.
We knew.
We're in a different age now. Like the thing is, like we saw with J. Cole's last album, right? Off season, like he wasn't rapping about shit. He went on there and rapped his ass off and then got the fuck out the way. Like I feel like if Kendrick drops a very conscious album, niggas ain't fucking with that shit anymore. His niche, or not niche, but his fan base is gonna love it. But like that shit gonna be called mid by universal wide. Like that's just not gonna be good to most niggas.
It could be conscious, but I just want it to be something different. Like he can come in and talk about like what he's been doing for the last like 6 years. Like I built a family. I got a wife now. Like this is how I think about marriage. This is how I think about love. This is like that's shit. Cool.
Are you saying that Kendrick's gonna drop his big day? Fuck.
I think
that's what I'm saying. Even if he comes on there talking about his wife, I'm gonna slander that shit too, because niggas slander Chance for that shit.
Better than Chance. Fuck Chance.
How do y'all rate rappers differently? Like I just even said to keep the album the same, you'd still rate it a 10 out of 10. So if he goes in there rapping about his family, what if he makes a cinder shower instead of hot shower? This shit gonna be fire still?
It might.
No way.
Probably not. Even with Chance for the big day, it would have been a good album because that theme of him being married and having kids, that's cool. That's a great theme to base your album around. But it was just too long and too processed. And he had like stuff with like that song with Shawn Mendes and Hot Shower with like Tisa Korean. Like we don't need like what is Hot Shower doing on your song? I mean on your album about you marrying your wife? Tell me please. Like that doesn't make any sense. If Kendrick come out and make a smooth 15-16 track about him like developing as a person with his family and his children and his wife and how he sees the world now and he makes it wavy as fuck, that's a fucking 10 out of 10. But if he come out talking about something George Floyd and nigga, I'm not trying to hear that shit, nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not.
No, I feel the same way. I mean, the thing is, like, he can't just keep switching genres and rapping about the same shit. Like, he did jazz with Black Struggle. If he's gonna do rock with Black Struggle, I'm turning that shit off expeditiously. If I hear one single thing about the black race, I'm slandering the fuck out of it. I don't give a fuck.
This is coming from black people too, because like even for J. Cole's the same way. J. Cole made the next album that he's talking about what he was talking about on KOD or talking about what he's talking about on For Your Eyes Only or like Born Sinner, and I would turn that shit off too, because like I'm not trying to hear the same shit from the same person. That's why Pusha and Future, I was like, man, I'm not fucking with this shit at all. Like I still listen to it. I gave it a try, gave it a chance, but I got what I was expected. If you give me the unexpected after I expected, then it's cool. Like with Drake with CLB, I got what I expected. He's coming on here talking about the same shit over and over and over again.
Ass.
Only way it grew on me is because at least some of like the more harmonic cuts were just that good. but like I can't take another Drake album like that. Like we have to start drawing the line in terms of stuff like that. I agree with it's, but people are evolving and trying something new. That's cool. Tyler's a perfect example of that because Tyler, he's talked about like different things in different ways over the last 3 to 4 albums, which is why he's blowing up now. If he came out like his next album and went and start talking about some shit like he was talking about on Flower Boy or Igor, it wouldn't do so well. His core fan base, yeah, they would be all over it. But even me personally, I love Todd. Like, nah, nigga, this not you.
But the thing is, like, the only difference between like Drake and of course like a Tyler is I feel like even though they're both still rich, Tyler's a lot more obtainable. Like Drake talked about it on his last song with Jack Harlow, which is gonna drop I think this Friday. But he said like there's nothing I can rap about that you niggas would even understand because I just like you can't connect with me in any way. Like so I have to rap about some of the things that I've already talked about because like you niggas wouldn't understand anything I'm saying basically. Like he would be rapping on a almost billionaire level status. Like we wouldn't even ponder understanding exactly what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I know people say that about Rick Ross too, and people like that because like they're just so rich. Or even like Jay-Z, like because they're so
exactly.
like so disattached from like the common man. Like it's like what like if I start rapping about my billions of dollars and how I'm spending it in stocks and like investing, and y'all not gonna give a singular fuck. So I gotta sit there and I mean I get that. I get the argument. I get that argument. I get that.
Yeah, so he has to, drop the club records and stuff like that because like Drake is just he's so rich to the point where he just like we would not understand what the fuck that nigga's talking about if he were to rap about stuff he's going through in life. I mean, at least he's evolving in the ways that we expected him to. Like even he's talking about his kids and stuff. Like I've never even heard J. Cole. Actually, I've heard J. Cole talk about his kids once, like in like a few bars, but like never heard Kendrick talk about his kids. Like at least he's evolving in the ways that he can evolve.
That's true. I just want Kendrick to like just do something like that, like this new and just not something we've heard before. I mean, and he's done that. It's not like Kendrick hasn't like he did that with Damn. It was something unique, different. You know, not everybody loved it, but it was something like that was progressive and new for him. I fuck with it. I like the album, me personally, and people have seen that over the years. Now people like Damn. It might not be as better, as good as Tip Up a Butterfly and stuff like that, but it's still a very good album. If he does that again, I'm happy personally.
If he does another T-Pab?
No, it'd be something like this, progressive for him and like unique. Nothing like groundbreaking in music, but just like something progressive for him and who he is as an artist and as a person.
GOAT status at that point. I mean, even right now, bro, I think he's a GOAT.
I mean, yeah, he's already a GOAT, but he's on thin ice right now because he hasn't dropped in a long while. And that's just speaking like as a not huge Kendrick fan. Like I still like Kendrick's music, but if he drops something that's not regarded as good, then niggas are gonna be easy to snatch away that GOAT status. Like I can already see, like if his album doesn't do well, I can already see in the tweets saying like, "Damn, okay, so this is why you stay relevant like a J. Cole or something like that." Like it's I'm hoping that his album is good because I don't want to see like somebody at GOATs. I mean, because we saw with Eminem, right? Like he dropped so many good albums, but then he dropped Recovery. And niggas immediately like, oh yeah, you fucking suck now, and fuck this nigga.
It was clean, not gonna lie.
But I feel like Recovery for Eminem, like that's something that like should be promoted. Like they should have hated on so much on that fucking album because that was something different and new for him. He was trying something different. That was
his most like progressive album at that point.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not saying it's the best album ever, but like
not Recovery, Relapse. My fault. Not Recovery. Recovery is actually pretty good, but Relapse was not good at all.
Relapse? What's Relapse?
Relapse was after Eminem's show.
At 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, that's when he was rapping like a whole bunch of like accents and stuff like that. That's when he dropped Bombs Over Baghdad, I think.
Yeah, that was the album.
Yeah, it was like just a lot of songs that weren't for anybody. He was just rapping basically.
Crack bottle, make your bottle.
Yeah, Crack a Bottle was good, but that's it. Oh, you're talking about I'm talking about the song that was after Eminem's show, his 4th album, and then he had to drop because like he was like hard on drugs when he dropped that. And then he got off drugs and then dropped Recovery.
Yeah.
So you're saying Recovery is good or bad?
Recovery's good. Recovery is the one where he's like walking on the street. You're talking about Revival, like the Red album.
Yeah, I was talking about that one because that's people that were shitting on him for, and then he dropped Kamikaze to say "fuck y'all niggas" back. Revival
was ass.
I went back and listened to Revival. I liked it.
I don't think it's ass.
Walk on Water was really good to me now.
I don't like that song at all. What I do like is Framed. Like it's like a silly song, but that beat for Framed, oh man, that shit's killer.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just like he's basically on like the Eminem path as of right now. But I mean, I feel like he said this is his last album, right? Either that last album for his label, right?
Yeah.
I mean, knowing him though, anything can happen. He could say that and then just not drop at all.
I mean, I'm not Kendrick at all, but I'd probably make this my last album if anything. If he retires after this album and is goated as well, then he's solidified.
He's smart. I think he like people like him and like Cole and like they know how to like I feel like solidify their legacies compared to other people. Like people like Eminem. I feel like he's still a go, obviously, but I feel like maybe he just started trying too hard to like appeal to the masses. Like nigga, you're already a go. Like you can retire. Like bro, I promise you can retire. Fuck the niggas that want to hate on you. You're Eminem. Like you don't have to prove nothing to nobody.
Eminem, I feel like me personally, Eminem has one more in the vault. Like it's gotta be his version of 444. Like some shit that comes out of the blue. Like I've never been personally like a huge Jay-Z fan up until 444. Like I really like. It's kind of funny because I really like Magna Carta, Holy Grail. Even though a lot of people don't like that album, but I really fuck with it. I came out like 2013, same year as Jesus. But I really love 444, and I think it was like a greatly produced album. You know, great produced, great bars. At that point, I think Jay-Z was like around like, what was it, like 45 or something, almost 50 years old when he's not 50 yet, I don't think, but he was like about like 45 when he dropped that shit a few years ago, and like that shows that he was able to get to this level and like have 444 as that album. I think Jay-Z's done. I mean, me personally, I guess since we're on that topic, I think Jay-Z's done.
He's 52, by the way, 52.
Yeah, exactly. So I think if anything, he could drop one more album just as like a final like victory lap type of shit. But I feel like if Jay-Z were to end his career right now, I feel like we'd be okay. Like obviously he's already certified GOAT status. He is already seen like revered as one of the greatest of all time. Like I just said. And 444 would be like a great, like such a solid piece of work to end off on as a career. Like I said, I do think Eminem still has that, like has one more album in him where he can do something crazy like that. Something like maybe like put bro on like Alchemist beats, honestly, at this point, and like stuff like that. And speaking of Jay-Z, I know I'm pretty sure we might have talked about this at least one time in the pod, but I do want to ask a quick question. This is more for Apollo because he's obviously more focused on like the whole content creation and everything. But I want Jez to answer this as well. So, the question is: $500,000 or dinner with Jay-Z? Jez, let's hear your answer first.
Fuck Jay-Z. I'm getting them bag.
Nobody want that fuck ass dinner. What?
Dinner.
Oh, you don't want the dinner with Jay-Z?
No,
bro. Jay-Z's telling you to go get the bag. He can look at you fucking stupid at the dinner too. Like, nigga, what the fuck are you here for?
Fuck that. We need to update that question. Now it's dinner with Elon or 500K. I ain't gonna hold you.
Man, fuck Elon.
No way.
Gonna call me a hardy.
The thing is, like, Elon be more easy to help you than Jay-Z would. Elon wants to be black.
He's calling me an ER, and I'm walking out.
You see the people were calling
he's African.
Oh,
okay.
Fuck God.
Bro, and he's he can say it.
Nigga from South Africa. That means anything. Nigga, not even South Africa didn't even have to go through nothing compared to the West Africa.
His dad's black.
No, it's not.
Yes, he is.
His dad's black.
Yes, bro.
No, it's not.
Elon is he's just white skinned, bro. He's mixed.
No such thing as white skinned. He's white.
His dad is black though.
I don't give a singular fuck. Fuck that nigga.
That's all I'm saying, bro. See, the thing is, like, if Elon's dad was black, would y'all allow him to say the N-word? Even though he's white-skinned?
He can do whatever the fuck he wants. If he posts a picture of his black dad, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Even if he's fully white, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Niggas don't care. If he came out today and said the Hardy R on Twitter on his account, he's probably like, oh shit, there goes Elon again. Like,
he's allowed to, bro. He owns it. Who's gonna cancel him?
Listen, like you guys have said it in the past as well. It's freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequences. People gotta remember that.
But who's gonna touch? There is no consequence.
That nigga's gonna put on an Iron Man suit and eradicate you. Who the fuck's gonna check that man?
There's no sponsorship he doesn't have. Like, he can't just buy. He might just buy the company. Like, let's say like he has a thing with like Verizon. They're like, we're canceling you. He's like, okay, cool, and he's gonna buy Verizon the next day and own the niggas. Then what? I don't
Thing
care
is,
what
he
that
said he was gonna
nigga do.
buy Coca-Cola and put cocaine back in it.
That shit too. Like for him to say something like that, and he probably means it too. Is the crazy part?
And then Push retweeted it and said, "Yes, sir." Oh my
he can't wait
fucking god, man!
They make a whole nother album off of some Coca. He might name it Coca Cola low key.
Oh my
name is
god!
Soda.
This nigga better not have not one single Elon interlude. I swear to God.
It's gonna be Elon shouting out Pusha too, talking about some my good friend Pusha. I love Pusha T's music. He gonna go right into his fucking Coke bars right after that shit.
So I'm saying, like, what Kanye was for Trump, Elon about to be for Pusha T. I ain't gonna hold you.
No way. The fact that, like, oh my, that's the future. That's the future.
That is not the future, bro.
Yes, it is, bro.
It's already set in stone. Like, he can't wait to make the next. He might be in the stew right now. Pusha T, low key. With him and Alchemist or some shit. He going crazy right now.
I mean, the thing is, I can't even say Pusha T is for Elon because Kanye is for Trump as he is for Elon too. Apparently, the niggas are like best fucking friends. Like Elon's Kanye apparently Kanye and Elon. Apparently, he's always going to like Sunday service, and Elon's always over his house and shit. Like Kanye just white nigga hops. I ain't gonna hold you.
Kanye's just rich as fuck. Like I forget how rich this nigga really is. I'm like, oh, he's rich, you know, 'cause he's rich. But I'm like, oh, he's rich. He has like Yeezys and all, like he has like multi-billion-dollar brands and shit.
Yeah, bro, worth over $1 billion.
Yeah, he's worth over $1 billion, but you got to stop saying he's the richest black man because he's not.
He's not the richest. Who's the richest black man?
No, there's somebody above him, like way richer, like Illuminati money. He's just not famous, of course, because once you get that much money, why would you still want to be famous?
That's true.
But Kanye still keeps saying he's the richest black man.
Is he rich? Is he the richest in America or not even that?
Nah, not even that. Not even close.
Oh shit! But the thing is, like, people who are that rich, like, what, like, is like what oil company money or something? Like, how rich is that? Like, how does he get that money? Or is just like, I don't know, Illuminati for real?
It's like one of those things where you really don't know. But I think Kanye is like ranked like number 5 on the richest black, probably not even top 10, honestly. Like there's still so many more richest people, but of course, since Kanye is Kanye, if he says that shit, then it's fact, and nobody goes to check it or nothing. Like he's nowhere close to richest black man.
Oh, okay, the richest known black man, but yeah, I mean, I figured though, because like this is like even like the richest people too, like next to people like next to Bezos and them, there's like other people too, who, like I've just never heard of it before. They're just rich as shit, probably because they own some like diamond mine in like Australia that no one knows about, and they just getting ample buku dollars from that shit.
Yeah, I mean the thing is like once you find some like oil or some shit and capitalize off that shit, you basically already a billionaire because like America goes down bad for that shit.
The whole world does, not just America. Damn.
According to this Wikipedia list, Kanye is the 9th richest a black billionaire. Well, the 9th richest black man in the world. So the list, I'll read it off real quick, is Aliko Dangote. He is a Nigerian business magnate. Whatever that means. Mike, I'm not gonna pronounce these names. Never mind. You have like Oprah on that list. You have Kanye is actually right above Michael Jordan. Kanye right here, it says $1.8 billion. Michael Jordan, $1.6 billion. And then 2 steps under him is Jay-Z at 1.4 and Tyler Perry at $1 billion.
Tyler Perry is Tyler Perry.
Damn. I didn't realize most of those people were billionaires. I didn't know Michael Jordan or Tyler Perry was a billionaire. Oprah, I mean, you can kind of put 10 and 10 together and get 20. But the rest of them, nah. That's crazy. I
think because Michael Jordan, it's like the Jordans, right? Like he has like the whole shoe.
He literally made it to where like any shoe that's not a Jordan is not getting championed by black people. Like I don't know what he did, but like LeBron's, Curry's, Shaq's, like any shoe that's dropped by another basketball player, the niggas will go, well, I mean, it's not Jordan, so why the fuck would I wear that bullshit? And then they'll just get it out of here. Like whatever he did to campaign that shit, he wins for the rest of his fucking lineage, basically.
That's why the first guy, the one you said, the 11.5 billion dude, is because he owns a cement. Like if you own stuff that is so neat, like cement, like you need cement to make roads and shit. No wonder he's so rich.
How do you own cement? What the fuck?
It's a cement company, and he owns 88% of that shit. This shit probably a worldwide thing.
He's out of here.
You own steaks and salt, sugar, and flour, like all basic shit that you need every day. Yeah, you're out of here.
Well, you said he had 11.5 million, right?
Yeah, it's the first billion.
The first one I have here is 13.5.
13.5 billion.
Yeah.
Now look up richest white nigga. Well, don't type in nigga, but look up richest white man. Let's just see how much he trumps him. Shit, it might beat Donald Trump, honestly. How much does Elon have?
Trump's like worth almost nothing.
Elon just spent 44 on Twitter and it was pocket change.
So the richest man in the world is Jeff Bezos, what is telling me, $201 billion.
Oh my God.
We have Elon at $190 billion. Mark Zuckerberg,
no, hey, man.
124. Larry Page, bitch ass, whoever that is, 123.
Look at these numbers, man.
For me, it says Elon Musk is 246 billion right now.
Yeah, because he dropped 44 billion like it was nothing. And then started tweeting after that, like, "Ha, got it. I'm buying cocaine next."
Think about that though. That's like, that's like 20% of his net worth. That's fucking crazy to me. Like, bro can just. The thing is, he can spend that much money, but then regain it back, like, I don't know, like a few weeks later.
Yeah, like, you know how many people use Twitter? Everybody uses that shit. Like, Twitter is never not popping. Like, Twitter is basically now what newspapers were back then for the olden day niggas. Like, people go to Twitter for news now. Like, if I'm ever just like scrolling through, or maybe just like even see a YouTube video like, oh, the baby passed away, I'm going to Twitter to see if he's trending #1, and oh shit, he did pass away. That's crazy. Like, that's what, like, niggas go to Twitter to confirm, and then they go to like some random like News Tribune website or something to reconfirm that shit, basically to double down on it. Like, Twitter is newspapers now. And he owns it. Like, this nigga owns Tribune.
Yeah, it says Tesla and SpaceX. Now you can add Twitter right next to those 3 big ass companies, and then of course Amazon, Microsoft, fucking this. So like this nigga just has software. What does that mean that you just have software under this nigga with Google, telecom? Yeah, it's all like the rich ass L'Oreal. Yeah, Facebook for Mark Zuckerberg. Walmart niggas are up here. Yeah, niggas are out of here.
Fuck I'm about to start getting pissed the fuck off, bro. Somebody end this shit. Fuck them niggas. Please, somebody end it.
White, Asian, and brown. I don't see a single black nigga even.
Because they can do whatever the fuck they want, man. They can literally just do some fucking ones and zeros and get billionaire status, my nigga. No fucking way. And then Kanye wants to brag about being the richest black man at 1 billion. Niggas are at 250 billion by now. No way. Please, somebody end this shit, bro.
It's been a Here and Now podcast. It's me, Taco, and Apollo. Yeah, it's hard to end on such a sad note. We are broke, but one day we're gonna be making 300 fucking trillion a year.
Fuck the baby.
Why is it fuck the baby? Golly, the baby. That's Apollo saying that shit. You can see that.
It is Apollo. It is Apollo.
Not Taco, not Jizz.
Yeah, me and Taco, we pacifists, low key. We love everybody. We don't even know how to fight. I can't.
I ain't gotta fight. I don't care. I'll blast that nigga.
Yeah, he gonna neutralize y'all. See you later. Yeah.
Sorry to baby.
I think it's too late for that shit. You might get neutralized. He finna call them too. I've already neutralized the target. Like, you're done. You're fucked.